Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Escape Room. So this is the first film of 2019 that I got to see, and it's an escape room, but it's a horror film. So this escape room kills people. Surprise. And this is a January horror film, so a lot of people are like, it's probably going to be garbage. I didn't think it was garbage. I think it was pretty run-of-the-mill, average kind of thriller. It does the thrilling part decently well. Everything else, not so great. Now, this is directed by Adam Robitel, and I feel like he does a good job of creating tension and building up the suspense in those scenes where you're dealing with these scares. Now, some of the editing was a little, too quick and got really unsettling at moments where it's like you couldn't really tell what was going on. It got a bit jarring, but in general, it builds tension. It has those moments where it's thrilling, and that works. It works on that thrilling level. If you're expecting to have a huge connection with this group of characters, I really didn't. There's a couple of characters like Zoe and Amanda, played by Taylor Russell and Deborah Ann Wall, who I love from Daredevil, and I was excited that she was in this film. They both do a good job of really bringing these characters to life, and I feel like they're the real standouts. Everybody else kind of is just there. They all have tragic backstories, but it's like they don't really get fleshed out to the point where it's like, I really, really care about these characters. And there's one particular character that's like, he seems like he's up to no good. I'd be shocked if he was up to no good. And it's like, duh. And he just screams like, I'm gonna be a bad guy. And stuff like that. There's some very obvious obnoxiousness to how this film is written. And Bragi Schutt is the one who wrote the screenplay for this, along with Maria Melnick, and it's kind of like, by the end, it's like, here comes a sequel, and it's just like, okay, did you really need to be this obnoxious in setting up a sequel? And this film is super serious. Like, it takes itself seriously, that's the tone of this film, but by the end, there's certain things that are so outrageous that it's kind of just like, you can't help but be like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. Because this film is ridiculous. And it gets really unbelievable. And you think, like, an escape room, there's clues and stuff like that. There's moments where it's like, how the hell did they make that jump and figure out that clue kind of thing? And it felt like a bit lazy writing. And in terms of how this is shot, there wasn't anything in particular that was like super impressive to me in terms of like camera work and stuff like that. Technically, it was well put together, and when it all comes down to it, it's like, are you just here for a couple of thrills and stuff like that and don't care that this is a completely ridiculous movie? Then go see this. If you want something more and you want to feel connected to these characters and with this small ensemble, this really isn't it for you then. And that's the thing. You have to make that decision kind of as an audience of what you're expecting out of this film. Overall, is this a great film? No. Is it an awful film? No. It's kind of just floating there in the center around just kind of like, I'm serviceable and I made money and this obnoxiously set up for a sequel, so there's totally going to be one. So if you liked it that much, go out and see the sequel. I'll probably go see it since I saw this one and I kind of feel unfulfilled at this point of like, what the hell happened here and why is this going on and how it's set up for the sequel. And it's interesting how they set up for the sequel. That has me intrigued because it feels like it's not going to just be the same exact thing as the first one. It's like another group of people in another escape room. But no, it feels like this, like the conspiracy going on here feels like it could go somewhere. And I could appreciate about that. But those are my thoughts. Comment, let me know what you think. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.